When you tell somebody to think about it, or when you say, I'll think about it, what do you exactly mean? What does thinking mean, anyhow? Because it is until you understand what thinking is that you're able to filter and know what it means by thinking.
The Gardner Show.
Welcome to the ConsciousAwareness.
In life, there are two kinds of people. We have positive thinkers and negative thinkers. But when we go to understand what thinking really is, you'll find that we are talking about memory. And what entails our memory are things that we have acquired along this life journey as we live. One, things we have learned from school. Two, things we have acquired from our families, from our communities, from our environment. Three, philosophy. Four, dogma. Five, beliefs. And all these things have accumulated in our memory, in that when somebody asks you something that is within your memory, it becomes so easy to come up front. For example, if somebody asks you, who is the president of the Republic of Uganda? You want to think about it. The first response will be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Tibahaburwa Museveni. But when somebody asks you, who is the president of Ireland? You may not know. You won't know because you do not have that in your memory. And that is positive thinking. Positive thinking is acquiring from that you have accumulated in your life, stored in your memory. Whereas, for you to think clearly, you need to think outside the box, to think outside that memory that you have attained. And that calls for clearing the clutter, not being limited by that you have acquired along the way, but thinking outside of your mind. And how do you do that? You do that by observing, by noticing, by watching what is in your mind, what you have accumulated, and then using that not as your foundation, but just as a step above that foundation. That means when you start thinking outside of your memory, you are not limited by what you know, but you're curious, you're thirsty to know that of which you do not know.
Welcome to the ConsciousAwareness.